Hi guys, this is Divya here from ARTiculture and also a DT member of BITSY. So I'm here to show you my new mixed media panel here. This is an MDF panel. This is specially designed for couples, Mr. and Mrs. And you can put your photograph and decorate your wall with this beautiful piece of art. So I have made flowers here. This is a bloom foam sheet flower, which is the main focus of this project. All the flowers shown here are handmade, and I'm going to show you how to make those flowers. So here you can see I have used bloom foam sheet, which is newly launched by Little Birdie ITSY. And I have used this teardrop cut die cut to make this flower. So I'm making a main center flower, which is a rose, a bloomed rose. So I have already die cut all my petals here. So I have taken 5 different sizes of petals, in which the smallest one is I have taken 4 petals. Then the next size I have taken 5 petals, and the next size I have taken 6, and the next size I have taken 7, and the next size I have taken 8. So I am using Little Birdie Color Splash here. This is hot pink color, and I am using a muslin cloth, or you can also use a wet wipe to give this shading on the petals. So I'm just shading my petals only from one side, and I'm also leaving it little bit white. So I have taken actually a bloom foam sheet, which is ivory color. So you also get so many different colors. There are 29 different colors recently launched by ITSY, and also offer going on that, so you can very well check their website. So here you can see how I'm shading. So I have completed most of my petals here. In all the size of the petals, I'm doing in the same way. I'm just taking my color splash separately, and then with the help of a muslin cloth, I'm just taking few of the color in the cloth and just spreading it. And this muslin cloth helps us to merge it with the foam sheet and give it a shading like effect. So this is the last size of petal which I'm doing, which I have taken only 4 pieces here. So now we come to the shaping one. So I'm using a plucker here and my embossing tool, and to heat it I'm using my hair straightener here. You can also use an iron box if you don't have a hair straightener. I find this to be very easy, so I'm using this one. So I have taken this plucker and hold it from the center of the petal, and I'm just keeping it for a few seconds, and the petal is automatically getting shrinked like this, you can see in the video. And then I'm just twisting it and giving it this kind of effect. So this is a very easy procedure, and this you can do very fast, as it doesn't take much time to heat these petals. So I feel very safe to use this hair straightener, so I'm using this. You can also use a heat gun, which is also there in the ITSY store. You can just heat your petals and shape them, but but I find this procedure to be easy for me, so I'm using this one. So I have done this procedure for all the petals, and now I'm left with a few of the big size petals. So again, that I'm doing it in the same way. This is a little bit bigger than the hair straightener surface, so I have to heat it from one side first and then from the other side, and then twist it. So here are my petals, they are ready. So I'm just going to spread them and open them and stretch them like this to give it a little bit curved shape. Now you have to do this step with a very light hand. If you try to spread it or stretch it very fast and very hard, it might get teared. So do it very slowly. So here I have taken some pollens here and I have attached it to a wire, and then I am going to start attaching all my petals with the help of glue gun here. So I am starting with the smallest petal first. So I have used 4 smallest petal first, and then I'm going to the next size and slowly I'm sticking them. So I'm not able to show you the whole sticking procedure as I'm getting a little bit out of focus because of the camera's arrangement. So but I hope still you can understand. You just have to keep on sticking your petals between the 2 petals. The first layer of petals what you have stuck, you have then in the next layer you just have to attach the petal between 2 petals. So like this your flower will look like it's blooming. So you can use a die cut machine for making all these flowers with the sheet, or you can also do hand cut, or you can also use your designer punches to cut your flowers. So here my flower is completely ready now, and this is how it looks. So when I arrange it, it looks like this. So I'm coming up to the next flower, next size of flower. This is a medium size flower for which I'm using archival ink pad. This is chrome yellow ink pad, and I'm using these kind of flowers. These are also die cutted flowers, and I have 3 different sizes of flower here. So I'm leaving the center portion in white, and then I'm just shading all my petals. And then I have just taken a soft sponge here. You can take any sponge which is available with you at home. So I have taken the sponge and I'm heating this flower too, and only on the petals I'm just using my round-headed embossing tool, and I'm pressing the petals to make it curve. So you can see after embossing how does it look, and before embossing how does it look. So it is always better to use a tweezer while doing this heating work, otherwise you might hurt your hands. Now I'm just reversing the flour and heating it from the center portion, and just using a small round-headed tool and pressing it from the center portion, so that it gives me a nice flower blooming like effect. So our flowers are ready. Now we need to attach our pollens. So for pollens, I'm using here this white clear white pollen, and I'm going to give them a nice brown color effect with the help of archival ink pad. This is sepia color. This is a burnt sienna color kind of. So I'm using this golf tool, which also have a sharp corner on the other side, with which you can just prick your flowers from the center and make a hole of whatever size you want. So I feel my pollens are a little bit light in color, so I'm just going to shade them again with the help of my dabber here. So I'm just dabbing it and making it more dark so that the brown color is more nicely visible. So you also get ready-made colored pollens in the market, and you can also make your own pollens at home. So for the smaller size flowers, I'm taking a less number of pollens, and for the bigger size flowers, I'm taking more number of pollens. So here we come to the another procedure, that is leaf making and leaf coloring. So I have used three different sizes of three different dies here to cut these kind of leaves. So these are very small and cute leaves and can fix it anywhere. So I'm using a vivid color here to give a nice green color. This is a light green, a leaf green shade. So again, I'm using my muslin cloth here and dabbing it in my ink pad and giving this color. I also have olive green archival ink, with which I'm just going to give some center line, which will make it look a little bit more natural. So this also I have, the leaves also I have cut in bloom foam sheet, but if you don't want to emboss this, you can use any other kind of sheet to make the leaves. So I have taken two different types of leaves here. One is the small cute leaves, and the other is I have taken a netted kind of leaves. So with the help of my golf tool, this is the back side of my golf tool, I am giving this line just by pressing it in the ink pad. So you cute this looks. So now I'm going to use these net kind of leaves, which is again I have die cut them. So I'm just using my dabber here, sponge dabber, and I'm going to dab the leaves with the help of light green, leaf green color. So there is already little bit of olive green in my dabber, so the color has come little bit mixed. So now let's start making the panel here. So I'm going to use MDF board here, which look like a chopping board and has a hat in the holding area. And then I'm going to use this beautiful jute-like look cardstock, which is from texture board Little Birdie. So you have 12 different sheets which has 12 different textures in it, and it's an amazing paper pack. So I'm just adjusting the size of my board, and I'm going to trim off the extra from the cardstock, and then I'm going to attach this sheet to the board with the help of a Fevicol. So just smoothen it and then turn your board and chop off the extras. So after chopping, I'm also going to use my sandpaper and going to sand it to give it a nice rough edge look, and that will make it look more complete. So now this is a sandpaper which I have rolled like this, so that I can hold it nicely and I can sand it. So I find this technique to be very easy, so I use this in many places. So you can see I'm just roughing the edges and removing the extra sheets, which is very difficult to remove with the help of a scissor. So sandpaper helps you to do that, and it makes sure that your sheet is stick from all the edges. Now in the leftover area, again I'm going to stick a small piece, which I'll be chopping with my Little Birdie paper trimmer. And when you attach this, you can see there is no separate cut is being seen. That is because of the sheet's texture. Now the center portion, the heart, where the heart is there, I'm going to chop that place with the help of a precision knife and also my cutting mat. So I'm placing it on my cutting mat, and I'm just going to use my precision knife or pen knife, which is very easy to cut. All the tools and all the materials are available in Little Birdie store ITSY BITSY. So you can see this is so easy to cut out, and I'm also going to sand the remaining area also from the inner portion of the heart. So as I have rolled it, it is easy for me to sand it from anywhere. So now I'm just going to give a nice dark edge look with the help of my archival ink and de-stress ink pad. So I'm just opening them together, and here I'm using my dabber. So I'm taking both the colors together alternatively because I want a dark brown shade. So I'm combining the color in the ink pad itself, on my dabber itself. So this is giving a nice dark edge look, which is highlighting your center portion of the panel, and I'm also darkening it from the heart area. Now my next step is I need to add a photo panel here. So I'm taking a cream color cardstock here, and I'm just going to cut it in a round shape. So this is the size of the circle I'm taking according to my wooden panel. So I can't cut this size of circle in my die cut machine, so I'm just going to hand cut it, and here it's ready. So I'm just going to stick this here with the help of a double-sided foam tape. So I'm going to use this sentiment that is special moments, which is a primered chipboard. You don't need to color the chipboard as it is already primed. So I'm using my foamed double-sided tape. And then I'm going to place my chipboard here, and I'm going to stick it with the help of Fevicol. So just few drops and you can stick it and it will stay. And then next I'm going to paste all my flowers one by one, and before that I'm using this beautiful doily, which is again a die cut. So to adhere all my flowers, I'm using this glue gun here. So till my glue gun gets hot, I am just sticking this with the help of a Fevicol. Then I'm going to use this beautiful couple die cutout, which has a heart inside which Mr. and Mrs. is written, and they have a ring to share, and a beautiful couple facing each other. So this I have purposely taken in black color so that it looks little bit contrast and gets highlighted. So this I'm going to place here. So I have just chopped the extra, and now I'm going to start sticking my flowers as my glue gun is hot now. So I just wanted to do a little bit finishing of my flower as it was opening, and the remaining portion of the wire at the bottom of the flower I have just trimmed it with the help of my scissor, and I'm placing it here. Then I'm going to use my yellow flowers which we have made. So I'm just going to use only 4 flowers here. So just place them as per your choice. So with the same die cut with which I have made the yellow flowers, with the same die cut I have made this blue color flowers. Here I have just uh, embossed the flower little bit more and made it more closer. So it is very easy to make. So I have given it a bud like effect, and then I have taken just a small piece of foam sheet and just cut it like a frill shape, and then I have put it in the center portion of the blue flower. And then here I'm using netted leaves. This is basically for the big size flower, and this is out of white cardstock. Now after attaching these netted leaves, I'm going to use my these are the handmade flowers which is from Little Birdie. So I'm using this cream color flowers. Always when you do a flower arrangement, when you place a white color flower with your flower arrangement, it looks more attractive and more contrasting. So I have just attached two flowers, handmade flowers from Little Birdie. And then I'm going to attach all my small cute little leaves here and there to give it a very cute effect. It is little bit difficult to place uh, these much small foam leaves with the help of glue gun, as the glue gun is little bit heavier for this kind of leaves, and these leaves are very lightweighted, so it takes some time to stick them. You can also use silicone glue instead of heat gun if you want, which is also available in Little Birdie. I'm using this heat gun so that I can do my work very fast and show you. So now I'm going to attach. I have made small flowers with the help of just one pollen and a small leaf cutout, a small flower cutout, and I have just put one pollen inside one flower, and that's it. My small filler flowers are ready. So I have taken a white color flower here and I have used yellow color pollen here, and you can see this is going to add such a beauty to my flower arrangement. So ta-da, my mixed media panel is ready with our foam flowers, and I hope you enjoyed watching this. Thank you so much for watching this. Bye bye.